so this is the experiment for day 1. The first experiment, we're going to be using yeast. And we're going to have separate bags with different conditions. One of the bags is going to be cold water, one of them is going to be cold water and sugar, one of them is going to be warm water, and then one of them is going to be warm water and sugar. So you're going to just put in the yeast, put in just a little bit, with a little bit of sugar. Okay. And then some water. And you're going to have the kids kind of mix it and close the bag. Try to kind of keep the air out, and then about, I think, 15 minutes later, 10 minutes or 15 minutes later, you're going to use a ruler to measure how big the bag's gotten. Ideally, the bag with the warm water and the sugar should have activated more of the yeast, and it'll produce more gas, and you'll be able to see kind of like the steam coming out of it, and you should be able to see that that bag has the most rise out of all of them. But if that doesn't happen, always improvise in your explanations. This is a science station, and not everything's going to happen the way you expect them to happen, so you have to be ready to kind of improvise. But this is basically what you do for the first part of the experiment. And then for the second part of the experiment, we're going to give you guys 2 soda bottles, and we're going to give you a balloon. So basically what you do is you're going to fill the balloon with some salt, a little bit of salt, or a little bit of baking soda, like this. So, I mean, this is a smaller balloon, so I can't really fill it up, but it will give you bigger rubber balloons. And you basically let the kids kind of take a little bit, take just a tiny bit with the spoons and try to force it down the balloon. And once you fill up the balloon with the stuff, you're going to put the balloon right over the mouth of the soda bottle with the powder still on the bottom. And then you're going to flip it to let the powder fall in, whether it be salt or baking soda. And for both of them, they should have an effect of what happens when you put like Mentos and Diet Coke. So it'll start bubbling up, all the carbon dioxide gases will be forced out, and that's going to shoot up the soda into the balloon and hopefully blow up the balloon. So when you do this, you have to make sure you're going to do this with your assistant holding a garbage can like right under where you are. Okay, so you're going to be flipping over and you're going to hold onto it. It's going to be messy. You might get a little bit of the soda on your hands and stuff, but we'll make sure that you just have that garbage can right under you, just in case. And once the balloon kind of puffs up enough, you can, and the soda settles down, you can take it off and you can even tie it. All the soda inside will turn back to liquid, so it'll be cool for the kids to kind of see and play with it. And you only do the second experiment of the day if you find that the first experiment was not enough time. If you find that you're doing this part and there's only 5 minutes left in the whole station, and you're still working with the yeast and you're still looking at it, I mean, I doubt it for the first day, but if that happens, don't rush your kids, Make sure you finish this part first before you move on to the next part. The second part you don't have to do if you run out of time. So make sure you're keeping track of the time and you're improvising.